Hi travelers, Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot, and I'm coming to you today with an elemental earth reading. So this will be a general reading for the signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn for April 2017. This will be a short mini reading. The extended versions of the readings are over on the website. They encompass both romance and work and career. If you'd like to go over and take a look at the website, you can simply click on the little eye in the right-hand corner, and that will take you directly over to the website. If you are interested in a personal reading, particularly one by phone, I ask that you please, before you submit payment, and you have to do both, submit the booking form, that you please read the important information on booking. This is only for readings by phone. And where do you find that? As you go over to the menu and you'll see readings by phone. If you hover your mouse over that, the sub menu will come out and it's at the very top. It says important information on booking, and that'll explain a lot of things to you. Please do that before you submit the payment and the booking form. For those of you who might be interested in a video reading, there's a separate tab for that, and that's pretty self-explanatory. I have membership options, so you're not just paying to come over to see the individual tarot readings. You get free birth charts, there's astrology, there's astrology prediction, there's all kinds of good stuff over on the website, so you can go over and take a look. Now, I want you to please keep in mind that this is a general reading. I'm reading for lots of people, so the messages may not resonate with everyone. In order to gain any clarity or insight into your particular situation does require a personal reading. I am able to meditate and tune into your energies surrounding you and the situation. So just take what you can and disregard what you cannot. I do have the Sibyllus here. I also have the Angel Answer cards. We'll round the reading out with that. And I did some pre-shuffling and pre-meditation. And the first card down was the Emperor card. Well, there's a lot of activity, planetary activity going on in the sign of Aries. Jupiter went retrograde. It is in retrograde in Libra at 23 degrees. And it will be that way until June 2017. And then we have Venus, which is retrograded into Aries. And then we are in the pre-shadow of Mercury direct. Mercury does not go actually retrograde until April 9th. But typically 2 weeks before the planet goes into retrograde, it starts to slow down, so things can start getting pretty wonky. And then 2 weeks after, it takes about 2 weeks for it to get up to full speed after it's come back out of the retrograde state. I will post the degrees and the signs, the astrological signs where these planets have retrograded and will be retrograding. If you have your charts already, you can go ahead and take a look. You can come over to the website, post up your factors, and tell me, you know, what's going to happen for me, or what's going on, or here's my situation. What information can you give me? So that's what I'm doing with the astrology. It is a new predictive technique. I'm sorry, not technology. So let's go ahead and lay the rest of the cards. Again, this is a mini cross general reading for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn for April 2017. I'm going to put one more rifle on these, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with the reading. I have been very busy, and Mercury retrograde, even though it hasn't retrograde, is already messing me up. My astrology software crashed, and I lost over 200 charts. So that's what I'm going to be doing over the weekend, is replacing charts for people. All right. This is the heart of the matter. What is crossing us is the Ten of Pentacles. What is at the root of our problem? The Ten of Cups. The past influences that are affecting this situation, the Seven of Wands. The factor that remains to be known, the Two of Swords. That card's been for, I think, for almost every reading. The future, what could possibly be coming up, and I say possibly because nothing that I see in the card is set in stone, is the Judgment. And underneath the bottom of the deck, well, that retrograde, Mercury and Taurus, the Five of Coins. Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know much about the tarot, it is divided into two groups. The first group is known as the Major Arcana. And it is these are the cards of our life lessons and spiritual lessons. And there's 22 of them. They're numbered from 0 to 21. Yes, there's still 22 cards. The 0 card is not counted. It is the Fool card. And they hold more sway over the reading than the pip cards. And that's the other half of the deck is known as the pip cards. And these are our numbered cards. So we have a 10 of coins. We have a 10 of cups. We have a 7 of wands. We have the 2 of swords. And then we have outside the reading, the overall energy is the 5 of pentacles. It also includes our court cards, even though no court cards have shown up. Our court cards would be our pages, our knights, our kings, and our queens, okay? Right at the center of the reading, what I'm dealing with is an older male. This can be a father, a boss, a mentor, a protector, a benefactor. This person could also have to do with law enforcement, be within the military or the police department. But basically, he is the emperor. In other words, he has a lot of vast territories or vast holdings and vast earnings, many. He's responsible for a lot of people. He's a leader. In his most negative, he can be someone who is quite difficult to deal with. But to me, the emperor is more than a king. And the emperor did not become the emperor without knowing how to have both carrot and stick and hold them, to use them equally, but fairly and justly. Although that's not always the way it works out. And what we can see that the problem with this particular energy of the emperor, and this is going to apply whether you are same-sex or heterosexual, what is crossing this emperor are his long-term associations, okay? Now, this is the family card, and this is a card about traditions. It is about inheritances, legacies, trusts, property, things built up over time. As you can see, there's a man and a woman. There's a child there. There are the 2 dogs. There's the old person. So this is about generational things. And we can see that this is crossing. So this is a problem for this particular emperor showing up in the spread. It's not only a problem, but what's odd is that the root of the problem is what this person considers to be having enough for everyone, or the perfect life, for lack of a better term. Again, we have the husband and the wife, or the man and the couple and the kids. They've got the great house, that big old plot of land. It's green, it's by the water. You know, there they are. The kids are dancing around and they're like, wow, look at all of this stuff that we have here. But by the same token, sometimes the 10 of Cups can be a card about having an idea of what those things mean. What does happiness really mean? What does having enough for everyone really mean? And the reason why I say that it could be an illusory kind of card, the 10 cups are in the rainbow. And what is a rainbow if it is not something that is illusory? It's beautiful, it's magical, it's mystical, but it is an illusion, okay? But it also can represent the covenant with the divine. In the Bible, when you see this, you will know that I am with you and that I am protecting you and that I will grant you everything that you ask for when you see me give you this sign in the sky. That's what God told, I don't know if it was Moses, I'm not exactly sure. Now, in the past, what we see is this Mars in Leo. And Mars in Leo is a very direct and can be a brusque, can be a tactless, can be an abrasive energy, okay? That's just the actual energy of the card, what this means. And I'm looking at something that perhaps has occurred back in August of last year, August 22nd, 12th through the 22nd. It also kind of harkens back to me to the Destiny's Gate, which occurred in 2015. And I think that was also in August. I'm not exactly sure. But the 7 of Wands is, wands represent, in most aspects, traditionally, the wands represent a work endeavor, some kind of work project. This could be about having a lot of irons in the fire, and you're just trying to beat back whatever you can to get done what you can do. But it is a 7. And in the tarot, 7s represent an internal conflict. It's not a 5 like this one. 5s represent external obstacles and hassles and problems coming in, things from the outside coming in and throwing things out of balance. This represents some kind of internal conflict. Somebody struggling to maintain their position. And the reason why I say that is because he's standing over a hill and he's standing up above the fray here, okay? But he had to do that in a hurry. The reason why I say that is because he's got two different shoes on. He's got on a boot and he's got on a shoe. And it's like this person just had to get up suddenly and pull their something on and get out and go get it done. Well, there's a bunch of confusion, like as if the person doesn't know exactly what decisions to make. There's something that they don't see. So they're either not sure, they think that they don't have enough information to make a decision, okay? Or they are not believing whatever it is, whatever information is coming in. This is known as the hoodwinked card. So this is either about somebody pulling the wool over your eyes, but it can also be about denial, okay? Refusing not to see whatever it is that you need to see. And what you don't know about this card is that the left eye of this individual is not really fully covered. So it's like the person can see whatever it is they need to see, but yet they still can't get up and make a decision. And I think that there's a lot of emotional turmoil because the water is not placid. It's really ripply. The person is also covering their heart, as if to say, whenever this information that they think that they need to make this decision comes in, they don't like it. They're going to chop the head of the messenger off. Okay? But then here's the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is all about a drastic change and a review. You are literally being called to a new way of life. Okay? Those people were dead. And the angel has come to raise them up. Now, you see, this is an announcement that's coming in some way, shape, or form. And we see the flag there. That is the international symbol for hospitals. So sometimes this can be that help is on the way. Okay. This could even be maybe having to do with someone in a foreign country, because that is also the flag of, I think it's Switzerland. I've seen it as... I think that's the other way around, where it talks about scuba diving. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know why that came to me. But this could be about plumbing the depths. Maybe that's why that came to me. But as you can see, there are people coming alive out of the crypt. So this is about, I think in one respect, saying that if you aren't able to make a decision that you need to, then the universe is going to come and make that decision for you. Why? Because you need to change. And sometimes that is what the universe will do. You have been stuck in a situation for so long that it just, if you can't make the decision, then they will cause something to happen that will force you to make a decision. In which case, if that is the case, we see that somebody loses something. It goes from a 10 to a 5. That's half. This is somebody walking away from a situation. And this is somebody who, and even though they're walking, it's almost as if the card is saying, in a sense, these things, because these are 10s, and 10s speak to the end of a cycle. Okay? So in other words, you put in all the work, you've gotten all of the things that you needed to do, you gained and amassed all of these things, but yet you still feel isolated and left out in the cold, as if something, half of that is missing. Okay? Now, I have seen this card to show up to mean the wife or the mistress or the girlfriend, to say that this is somebody who will stand by you in hard times. This could also be that you're literally walking by a warm place of refuge. You're passing it by because you're so caught up in what you don't have, okay, that you don't see what you do have. I find that to be very interesting. So I can see that I'm going to pull Sibila's. I want to pull Sibila's on. This could also be the Mercury in Taurus. We know that Mercury is going into retrograde. So this could also be about perhaps, that's the money house. So this could be also a warning to be very cautious. Here's the warning, the heeding, the announcement. Be very, very cautious in terms of making any financial deals at the, this could be about a legacy or an inheritance or insurance or a windfall coming in. One that would, in effect, bring you everything that you've ever wanted, okay? But you might end up losing something out of it. So perhaps that's saying to be cautious and to not bypass any help or turn down any help that comes to you, any aid in whatever manner that means. So what we're going to do is, we see that this situation's trying to change. These are tens. This is Mercury in Virgo. You know, and Mercury in Virgo says that Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And Virgo is the sign of work. It is a sign of work and service and duty to others. But in order for you to be able to work and serve and maintain your duty to others, you first have to take care of yourself. And that could be why this Five of Pentacles has come out. You are neglecting your own self to provide for other people. So this is about work, service, and duty, and the body. It's all about the body. Getting 8 hours of sleep. How do you divide up 8 hours of sleep, work, and play? Taking good care of yourself. Because this could be somebody who just might be overworked, okay? They're just like getting up and doing whatever they got to do, and it's coming at them fast. Or this could be other people coming in and saying, I need you to do this, and I need you to do that, and I want you to do this, and I want you to do that. Okay? Till you're at the point where you just don't see an end to this. All right, so let's take a look first at the Seven of Wands. Yeah. This is speaking to me, and I don't do health readings, but it's speaking to me that if you don't slow down and take care of yourself, you know, that you're getting along. This is the consolante sorpresa. In other words, it's a comforting surprise. Yeah, I can get up and I can do this and I can maintain this particular level. But this says you know, and this could also be about somebody who's working against you. And that's preventing, you know, the il nemico. This is the rival or the enemy. So this could be that you're in competition with somebody in a work endeavor in some way. You know, and you're trying to take care of this person who really isn't doing you any favors at this point. You know, and so you just kind of accept it. Okay, I really don't like it, but it's okay. It's the ant card. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to go ahead and do whatever I got to do. You know, why? Because I'm getting results. Okay? Now, let's take a look at the Two of Swords. Whatever this indecision is. This is somebody being of two minds about something. About what they should do, I think, surrounding this situation. And to me, it definitely speaks to having a lot of obligations and people depending on. He shows up as the Emperor. Ah. Well. The message that's coming off of these three cards, I have the fidelità, the loyalty. Being blindly loyal to something or someone. The letterato, the discovery. The ammalato, that just ain't working for me anymore. This is the sick person. But what do I do about it? Well, you can collapse from nervous exhaustion is what you can damn do. Let's see. I want to look at the Judgment. And this could also be somebody who's fearful of what someone would think about them if they chose to back away from a few obligations. You know, sometimes you just have to say to people, you have to institute those boundaries and be like, hell no, I can't do that for you right now. I'll do it, but I ain't going to do it for you now. Or no, I'm sorry, I can't do that anymore. The Judgment. Yes, because it's like the Denari. This is about money. And we could see the Vedovo, the man who is tied to his past, the sad, lonely man. And the Melancholia. And in a way, it's like the cards are saying that this person has been so focused on the financial aspect of taking care of everybody else so that they can put forth this particular image Okay? And they are, I think, trying to, or they're afraid that judgment is going to be passed on them if they decide not to do this anymore. And they are also looking at it, the judgment aspect of there's a loss associated with this. Now, this might be a financial situation where there's a determination coming up. This is the judgment. The justice has not come out, where they literally do end up losing some kind of finances. Okay? A judgment. They lose it. And they are sad now because it brings this down to a level, okay? It brings it down to a level of reality for them. I'm going to go ahead and pull cards on this Five of Pentacles to see what this particular, but this card says, the Five of Pentacles is also the card that says you aren't alone. And if that you need help and you need assistance, it's really right there for you. Okay? You have to ask. This is what I need help with. Can you help me? Because if you've been in this situation where you've been doing all of the providing and all of the assistance and all of the support, and you've been doing it alone, well, you can't sustain that. It's unsustainable. It's not realistic to believe that you can. And so that help is out there. You just have to be willing and have enough strength to ask. I think that there's somebody around you who's willing to walk through the snow with you, as it were. But perhaps this person has a lot of pride, or they're very, very stubborn. That's also one of the qualities of the Emperor. Somebody who can be quite immovable and quite stubborn, because he doesn't want to. It's a power-based position. So to have to ask someone for help would render them perhaps lower their value, so to speak. They feel as though there would be a loss in position or value. But that is not true. That's not true. Because those people who really care about you and love you and are willing to help you don't care about your position in the real world. They care about your position in their lives. And it kind of reads as though it's someone who is being taken advantage of, perhaps even by family members. Well, isn't that something? I'm getting the cards. Look at this. The Lamante female lover. Now, this is the shy woman who hides her feelings, okay? She's very tender-hearted. And I remember I was saying this is same-sex or heterosexual. Then I have the L'Amica, the La Nemica. So here I have the Il Nemico. And then I have the La Nemica. And then I have the Belvedere, the card of foresight and planning. And what I'm reading into this is two aspects of the same person. To me, it says that somebody did come along to help, but you shunned them and treated them as though they were your enemy. And that person has moved on. They are looking towards the future. Now, I don't know what to say about that, because it comes on, but remember, this is the girlfriend and the mistress. So this could actually be a loss. Maybe two women have walked away from the situation. Okay. But I really feel that it speaks to one individual who came to help, and they were turned down, and they were treated as though they were there to harm instead of help. Look, there's the church window with the 5 coins, the refuge. There is a safety net there. All right. It was presented to you, and maybe this is the Belvedere, the great foresight and planning. Maybe the person just said, well, you know, there's nothing else I can do. I've offered, and you know, you treated me like dirt, so I now have to move on. But anything is possible. And if this is really the case, again, it goes back to, if you're not quite sure what the hell is going on, or you're not willing to take a real look at it, because it takes 2 to tango, ask. Because we can see, I think somebody's in a pretty bad way here. The cards don't look good. It's like they're pretending to be okay, but they're really not. All right. So please, if this did not address your situation, and you had a question that was not answered here, go ahead and formulate the question in your mind, and I will pull one angel answer card, and perhaps this card will give you the answer. If not the answer, it may give you some solace and consolation should you need. If not solace and consolation, it may point you in a direction either in which you should, you know, in terms of knowing what to do and or what not to do. Ultimately, we are all responsible for our own decisions, right, wrong, or indifferent. Okay, so here we go. One card. Not the right time. I don't know what that means. And I don't know how it relates to this. So anyway, that's what I have. I hope the message helped. And until next time, namaste.